next we'll go on to AI. It's obviously the driving factor behind this, because artificial intelligence, how you can deploy and utilize it. We've seen from last year people using it for command prompts. Would experience that, creating content and whatever. This is something that we've broken our marketing effort into in terms of the 4 things: the visible, the written, the data sets, and then everything else to do with small business and that management of it. So I know, Ellen, that you are particularly focused on the data sets and whatever.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you've spent the last, say, 6 months trying to understand in terms of data sets?
So data sets that I've been doing kind of make up, so a large part is like the Google Ads data, analytics data, which has recently been cleared. So we are only left with what we have recorded prior to when it was cleared, but we do have a lot of valuable data.
When you say
from the
cleared, what do you mean by cleared?
So the Google kind of system just wiped all of the data from anything from July 2024 backwards, or sorry, 2023 back. There's nothing left. You can only see forward from that. So
That's right.
all of our data from 2016-ish onwards, that's gone now. Yeah. So unless you have it recorded, you can't access it anymore.
I see, that's perspective. They've now lost all of that perspective. Now you can say that old data is less valid now in the modern area with all of these various things, but it has destroyed a perspective view upon things, you know?
But luckily I did do a lot of data sets on those kind of years. That's so right. I have a lot of the kind of full picture data of traffic and kind of who's coming from where and what devices. And then I did one on the keywords and search terms that were being searched. And then we brought in the stochastic probability and kind of some other stuff into that, like what was it, like bounce rate and stuff we were engagement rate.
It's the idea of taking a period of time, K being the constant time, and then analysing the data around it across multiple levels rather than just what's directly in front of you, and then placing that within the context of perspective. Yeah,
I think an interesting one I did recently, kind of taking from stuff that's directly in front of you that people maybe don't look at too much, is the auction insights. So Google Ads has a section on it which is basically a small graph with lots of little dots, and it's every dot is a company, and then it shows you kind of the top page rate and impression share and how much the other companies are above or below you. And it's kind of one of those things, I think people maybe just, they see it and they go, oh right, okay, and just go over it. Whereas it's something that I went through it and I picked out every single dot of different time frames. So from September through to October, and then the kind of control periods in December that are most important to us, and picked out so you can clearly see kind of how much other companies are bidding, if they're overbidding, underbidding, which is really valuable data that unless you really go into it and take the time to take the data out of it, it's just missed, and people won't use it.
We were able to sort of understand then where people are paying too much money, really.
We can basically just see their mistakes and not do them. It's basically a really good way to use that.
I use the analogy of like a 10,000 meter race, and you've got the people that are out there at the top, and they're setting the pace, and they're all jockeying against each other, and they're forgetting that there's people behind them and whatever, and they're getting tired out in terms of up at the front of the race, and they're taking all of the wind and all of the flag, and you're just staying behind, and you stay outside of you stay in touch but not get involved in the fight, so to speak. So it's very interesting watching that in terms of Google Ads and how you can, by understanding your marketing strategy, your marketing tactics, and keeping it all in-house, you can do a better job of it, I would say, than people
you know your business better than the people who
definitely. 100%.